There is a silent crisis happening in the Indian freelancing industry in 2025. Even good freelancers who had a lot of clients, who have a lot of backed up work proof, who have testimonials, even they are having a hard time retaining and getting new clients. They think it's because of AI, it's because of the bad economy, it's their bad luck, it's the macro situations. But the thing is that freelancers in 2025 have become replaceable. And if you do not know what I'm about to tell you, you might be the next one to be replaced. So watch this video till the end, because it's not gonna be sugar coated, it's gonna be raw, real, and it definitely is gonna save your career. Suppose you go into a grocery shop, you are just there to buy something sweet. You have a craving to eat something sweet, and you have got some money in your pocket, and you go to the counter. You see 5 brands, each one looking the same ingredients. If you ask a few people, they say even the taste is the same. Then there is one that is priced at 100 rupees, and one sweet is priced at 15 rupees, and they are saying that they taste both the same. Which one are you gonna pick? You're gonna go with the cheapest one because you can buy more quantities, and at that particular point of time, the cheapest one makes the most sense. And that is exactly what is happening in this industry. You are positioning, people have made themselves commodities. So when the clients, they stand out in the market to buy something, all they say is that graphic designer, video editor, writer. Okay, they all look like the same. And since we don't have anything differentiating them, let us go with the cheapest one that fits in our budget. That is what any rational person would do. You go into a supermarket, you go into a mall, and ladies especially pay attention here, and even boys too. You see those shoes, those handbags in the flea market, they would be stacked, just stuffed alongside each other. In shopping malls, they are spreaded out. They have very huge gap between them. The way they are positioned, it screams elegance, value, and rarity. That okay, this is exclusive, rare. If I stack up 15-20 Gucci bags all at once in a flea market, people would think it's a second copy, fifth copy, seventh copy, right? You go into their store in Vasant Kuch. Okay, I'm getting a little bit too real with these examples, but you go into any mall and then you see them there. They will have only 3 in display. That speaks out. And you know, the point of telling you this was, if your portfolio and you as an individual, as a service provider, as a freelancer aren't standing out when a client has your portfolio on his table, in his tab, in his phone, on his equipment, and you are not able to stand out, you are out just because you wasn't able to capture their attention. And that brings me to the very first thing, and that is that you need to stand out and scream your value through your work and other stuff that you possibly can. You have to be different from the masses. And let me tell you, when you are gonna do something that is different from the masses, when you are gonna go out there and you're gonna start doing things differently, you are not gonna be validated from a single body. Not a single person is gonna validate you, because most are stuck in the same loop. People like me are not that active on social media. We are there to validate you, but we are not gonna validate you because we do not use the social media that much. So you need to fix this thing first. The real reason why clients leave, I didn't find it out until I sat one day and I was like, what is happening? Why are so many people all of a sudden leaving? Because I talk to my friends, I talk to my buddies, I talk to the people I train, and they're like, clients are leaving. So I asked them, what is happening? And then I got to know that root cause, and this thing didn't happen with me for the last couple years because I unintentionally fixed it. So what happened is that these guys, what they are doing is that they are doing everything the client wants them to do. Over a period of time, they are literally syncing well. Everything is going well. Then all of a sudden the client leaves, because if the client and his business is evolving and you are stuck you are doing the same thing on the 100th day that you did on the first day, you are going to be replaced. You need to evolve with your client. You need to get on that bandwagon. You need to get on your client's wavelength. And that is something these guys were missing out. They were doing the same thing on the first day. They were doing the same thing on the 101st day. So throughout those 100 days, the business evolved, the client evolved, the founder evolved as a human being. The business evolved from generating a lakh per month to maybe 10 lakhs a month. But you didn't evolve. And founders and these team members who have that zeal and perseverance to scale up, to build, they want people around them to evolve. This is the same with me. If you are with me, you are under my wing, you are my friend, you have got no other option than evolving. Because here's what happens when one party evolves and other doesn't. One goes through the roof, the other one stays on the ground. So if I am going through the roof, you being my friend, being somebody I put my trust into, being somebody I care about, being somebody I am putting my resources into, you got no other goddamn option than to fly through the roof alongside me. And if you can't, you stay on the ground, I'm flying. And anyways, it's gonna fall apart. Understand this thing. Businesses do not pay for the work. Businesses pay for the momentum. Your work generates that momentum. So when you are working, when you are delivering something to the client, that is helping up, increasing the speed and the momentum. And if you can bring your thoughts into that momentum that, hey, this is the thing I also observed, then let us do this, let's do that. You become the second brain of that business. That thing is gonna help you and make you stand out. If you are fulfilling a task and someone else is optimizing that task, now tell me in your sane brain, who is going to keep the task? One who is just doing it or one who is optimizing it? You need to be the optimizer. And now from my recent videos, I have gotten this personal feedback as well from the people who watch these videos in my DMs and on the emails, that suddenly it has become about money, because I realized that you guys are focusing on the wrong stuff. And as somebody who is a big fan of money and finances, I have to bring in things that can help you increase your money and finances, because the only way you level up in your life apart from getting knowledge is getting to implement that knowledge that brings in that money in your bank account. Because when you get money in your account, you see those digits. That has a psychological and subconscious impact on your brain. Right now, if you have 4 lakhs in your bank account, the day you will have 40 lakhs in your bank account, your personality wouldn't change. Obviously, you would spend on better clothes, better watches, better cars. This aspect is gonna change so much that you would be like, what was I thinking at even 4 lakhs a year when I had saved up? Okay, tell me, do you have Spotify or do you have YouTube Music? You have a playlist, right? You add songs in it. The songs that you add, at one point of time, you would hear a song for infinite times. You would love it day and night, even in subconscious, even randomly, you would be humming that song. Then after a week, that song is replaced. What happened? You are the same. The song you liked in 2018, hardly you would listen to it right now. What changed? You. Your day-to-day schedule. You paced up. Something's changed. It's same with the business. The businesses whom you are providing your services, they are not the same. They evolve over time. They get better over time. And if you are still stuck at the same particular thing, then they have no other choice than to cut you off. Now, let me address the elephant in the room, AI. AI is going to replace your job. No one has the answer. Some jobs it has, some jobs it can't. It just simply can't. But the answer that you have at this particular point of time is that you need to work with AI. You have the literal starting point, dude, that everyone else has. Why are you afraid that are you so underconfident and are you so shallow about your brain and your adaptability that you think a tool can take your job and somebody else who is using that tool better than you is going to take your job? Why can't you learn that tool better? What are you doing with your time except for scrolling reels and doing stuff and thinking and procrastinating? All the problems in your lives would be solved if you start working for 8 to 9 deep hours. Deep hours, deep work sessions with no distractions, no notifications, your brain, your clients, your work. You start doing that for 8 hours and you would have all these shitty things out of your life. Because in 2025, the clients, they do not need somebody to do the work. They need somebody who can be their advisor as well. Clients' needs are increasing day by day. And freelancers who can keep up with those needs and keep fulfilling the demand and supply gap are the ones who are going to make a lot of money. And I want you to be the one because you are listening to me. Now, since we have discussed so many problems, let me tell you how you can fix it. Number one thing is start selling transformations. Do not say I'm going to increase your newsletter subscribers. Say that I can help you get your subscriber turn into paid customers, recurring revenue. Sell the transformation. People love money. If you come to me and you say that Vaibhav, I can design a very good thumbnail for you, I would not give a crap about it. I would be like, okay. If you come to me and say, Vaibhav, I'm going to design you a thumbnail that is going to increase your click-through rate, that is going to give you more views, and the more possibility that somebody is going to buy your course and you are going to make money off that. Well, you, my friend, even if you charge more than the first guy, I have no problem, because investing in you is showing me a way to recover that investment and get some profits in my bank account. That's how business operates. That's the kind of person you need to become. Second thing is build a client growth map. 30 days, hard cap, 30 days. Ask your client on the 31st day, what we did, worked out, what didn't work out, what you want me to do better, what else can I do for you? How can we make it more efficient? Tell the client that you are here, you are his partner. Even if he's paying you, you are here for him. You are here to help him out. Do this thing, make it an exercise. Third, get really loud about what is changing. See, you are somebody who is in that field, who is the master of that field that the client has hired. So it's your job to tell the client that, okay, this is changing here. This really is trending. This trend is picking up. This is what we can leverage. This copy of that particular brand workout. We can do this. We can do this. We can do that. Be vocal about the changes. Be the person that they can go to in order to be up to date with everything that's happening in the market. You need to become that person, that POC, that point of contact. And as usual, let me tell you honestly this, that your client, he doesn't want to fire you. A client in sane mind would never want to fire somebody who's working for him for a long time. But if you do not give them a reason to keep you, they are gonna just simply fire you. Because freelancing in 2025, it is not just about completing tasks. It is about thinking and acting on those things which the client even doesn't has the time to think. So you need to ask yourself, are you a cost or are you a catalyst? Because if you are a cost, and when it comes to finances and get rid of extra costs, you would be thrown out. If you are a catalyst and you are improving everything in that organization, you would be kept for the longer run. So be a catalyst and not a cost. And tell me in the comment section, are you a catalyst or are you a cost?